All right. So this is parenting through the pandemic. I've got Jennifer here and Yessica. Hi, Jen. Hi, Jessica. Yessica.
Hi.
So, through the pandemic, it has become quite apparent that everybody's stress is at an all-time high. What do you feel, Yessica, has been one of the most stressful things that you've had happen?
Well, what really stresses me out is that I have to get certain tasks done, yet I have to make sure that the kids are doing okay, that they're not getting hurt or bothering each other or fighting. And that always makes like cleaning up or cooking take a lot longer. It used to take me like maybe 30 minutes. Now it takes me 2 hours to cook.
Jenny, same question.
I think the biggest stress that I've had is having the kids at home all the time. Constantly with me going to work, from work, at home. There's never a break. There's never a moment to have like that downtime until they go to bed, and then sometimes not even then, because then the little one doesn't ever go to bed. So that's the biggest stress.
So, both of you are married women. Both of your husbands work in two different types of industries. Jenny, your husband, he goes to work. And Yessica, your husband works from home.
Yes.
So, for Yessica first, what would be the one suggestion that you would give other men that are on this video that are watching as kind of, this would be appreciated if this could happen?
Well, I would say to kind of, be able to do more stuff. Instead of like waiting for things to happen, maybe taking the initiative and, making stuff happen. Like at my home, like you mentioned, Shane, my husband works from home, and I'm always so busy having to take care of my little 2-year-old, and I'm always after him. I'm trying to get him, to stay out of trouble, be safe, use the potty. And at the same time, I have to go and take care of my husband. But it would help me out a lot if, like, say, instead of waiting for someone to do something for you, you maybe just do it yourself. Not necessarily have to help out if you have children at home. You don't necessarily have to help out with the children, but, help out by like doing stuff on your own instead of waiting for someone to do it for you. That's my advice.
All right. Jenny, your husband, he goes to work. What would you say to the men that go to work during this pandemic, that they would be just a good watch out, something that they could do better?
I think it would be to check on your wives that are at home with the kids, because they're probably not okay. Especially if they're distance learning, then they're not okay. And I think just being that constant support, like when you get home from work, yeah, you're tired, and we understand that, but we're tired too. So maybe taking that, 10, 15 minutes to say, hey, honey, why don't you go to the bedroom for a minute and chill out for 10 minutes. I've got the kids. Or something I know that Shane does all the time is he does check on me throughout the day, and that's helpful, because if he does happen to get me in a moment where the kids are just out of control and I'm losing it, he becomes that sounding board. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just be that sounding board for your wife in whatever way that she needs you to be.
I also second that. After work, sometimes, like myself, taking care of the child all day, making sure, everything's fine. Maybe, giving your spouse a couple minutes for a nice little breather will also help, like get your mind back into place from all the chasing little people around.
Mm-hmm.
Good points. Good points. As a husband, I'm also going to put out there, guys, we never get it 100% right. It's okay. Just try to do better the next day. That would be my number one suggestion from a man to a man. The last one, obviously, with all the stresses, we hear a lot on the news about rising suicides. It's not a good topic. And as two godly women, if you have somebody who has these thought processes in their head that happen to be happening across this video, what would be your one thing that you could say to them from you? We'll start with Jeni this time.
I think it would just be reach out, say something. It's hard. We're all struggling, whether you're at home dealing with the kids or you're just stuck at home because you can't leave the house. Reach out. There's more help than you know, and we're always around. So don't ever hesitate to send a text, send me an email, call, whatever. Just, that's the biggest thing. And just know that you're not alone in anything that is going on. There's never a point where you're alone, ever. Whether it's you have a friend or a family member, but God's always there, always 100%, and he will pick you up and he will lift you up and he'll fill your cup. Same thing I've talked about in the Mom Connection. You got to fill your cup before you can fill others. So don't let your cup become empty.
Yessica.
I agree with Miss Jeni. Sometimes you have to reach out, to people. If you have like a problem and you just want to vent, you just have to reach out to someone that you trust. And if you don't have someone that you trust, I would suggest to take some time for yourself, find a nice quiet place and read or listen to any book in the Bible, and just try to focus on what God is telling you. Pray for what you need. Pray for what you need. Take some time for yourself. Maybe read the Bible, or you can even watch a documentary on the Bible, and that could inspire you to get closer to God and pray for that endurance that you need. And of course, communicate with others, with your family members, your friends. If you need a timeout or something, it's always good to communicate with someone about how you feel, because usually a second opinion is a really good opinion. They're never going to tell you to do something you shouldn't, be doing.
Oh yeah, we tend to be our harshest critics,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that's universal. Everybody's usually harder on themselves than other people would be. So hearing that fresh perspective is definitely a good for the soul every once in a while. All right, well, it's me, Mr. Shane, Jeni, and Miss Yessica, and this is Parenting Through the Pandemic.
We will see you guys next Tuesday, and remember, God loves you, and so do we.
And pray. If you need help, you need to speak to God, you need to listen to him, pray.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Miss Jenny.